Now, another big story today. Scotland's First Minister is resigning. Nicola Sturgeon has led the Scottish National Party, which wants independence from Britain, for more than 8 years. Now, she told a hastily arranged news conference that it was the right time to make way for someone else and insisted her decision wasn't prompted by short-term pressures. Ms Sturgeon has faced criticism recently for supporting reforms to gender laws. Some in her party also want a more radical stance on breaking away from the UK. Now, she says she will remain in the job until a successor is chosen.
I am proud to stand here as the first female and longest serving incumbent of this office. And I'm very proud of what has been achieved in the years I've been in Bute House. However, since my very first moments in the job, I have believed that part of serving well would be to know, almost instinctively, when the time is right to make way for someone else. And when that time came, to have the courage to do so, even if to many across the country and in my party, it might feel too soon. In my head and in my heart, I know that time is now, that it is right for me, for my party and for the country.
So Nicola Sturgeon there just an hour or so ago making that surprise statement. Let's cross over live to Glasgow to get the latest from our Scotland correspondent James Shaw, who joins us now. For the past 8 years, James, she has been just such a presence when it comes to Scottish politics. Just talk us through initial reaction.
Yes, it has been a real shock. No one, I think, expected this morning that there was going to be a news conference and Nicola Sturgeon, the First Minister of Scotland, would appear on the steps of her official residence or inside her official residence and announce her resignation. No one is expecting that. And the reasons for it, well, they are starting to become clear. She did give quite a lengthy statement explaining why she was going, and answered questions afterwards. And essentially her reasoning seems to be that she is not sure if she's got the energy to carry on with the job. She described how since the start of the year she has been asking herself whether she should try to carry on in the long term, and increasingly it seems the answer to that question has been no. And the way she explained it was, she said that she was at the funeral of a long-term SNP, Scottish National Party activist at the weekend, and it was that moment that her thoughts about it crystallised, perhaps the feeling that she wanted to stop being a politician, having spent pretty much her entire professional life as a politician, and that she wanted, as she put it at one point, to be Nicola Sturgeon the person, or Nicola Sturgeon the human being. But then the other aspect of it, I think, is to do with the politics. And she did explain why she thought it was better for her party if she was to stand down.